Welcome back to Digiburst, guys, and we are finally here with BT10. This is Crossheart on the left against D-Reaper on the right. Crossheart, one of the more favorite decks going into BT10, being considered almost tier 0 with how fast it can go. Especially now my opponent has a Taki already on board after turn 1, setting up 3 of their pieces, 1 in hand, 1 in nursery, and 1 underneath the Taki. Getting my D-Reaper out and putting a search underneath it. Just getting a feat on the board, choking him on 1 as much as I can. He'll go in for that early check with the Latios looking Digimon over there. Checking a searcher and then putting a Zanji on the board, which can play the new blocker green from the security from underneath the Taki. He'll gain back a memory when a Crossheart is played, which is a really sick combo that you can do with the Zenji. I'll play a Bubbles for only 1 cost, putting a search underneath it from my hand. Then I can swing with my feet. The feat is 6000 DP. This will allow me to attack the Latios looking Digimon. Because that Digimon gets plus 3k on both turns, so he'll be blocking it in order to save it. It is a better beater, and of course he'll get the draw from the inherent effect if he does go into it. He'll do some Crossheart shenanigans here with Sharpmon X4, putting some materials on either. This is free with the Zenji, gaining back a memory, normally only 1 cost. This has Rush now that it has a Sharpmon, and this is super early for it to come onto the board already. Hitting into a Death X1, this will definitely remove it. And now he can go wild with a Sharpmon X. Hitting in, it's got the Rush, it's also got a Draw one, and he can do Piercing as well, I think with one of them as well. So he will use the after battle effect to put its material underneath the Taki and then delete it. And now if he has another Sharpmon X4, he can do it all again. And for only 1 cost of memory as well. Absolutely ridiculous. And he's going to be able to blitz through a bunch of my security, getting that double draw. So swinging again with Rush into my security, removing a Starmon, getting that deletion effect again, putting more material back under the Taki. And then if he's got another Sharpmon, he'll need to gain back another memory in order to do it. Oh, he's going into the X5, I believe. Yes, this is the level 5 one. This is no memory cost because he's using 5 material to go underneath it. And then just hit out the last of my security by doing it. It's actually got +1 security attack by its own effect, so it will remove the last security as well that I got off the retreat. And then playing a Zenji again will play another blocker. That is harsh. Considering that this is only like turn 4, it's ridiculous how fast the Cross Wars deck can go. And even choking me on 2. And I'm forced to resort to a Gatekeeper. But I will get the heal. And it doesn't have the -1 security attack because I only have 4 guys on board. And after, just a couple of minutes of discussion, I will scoop that one up and we'll go into the game 2. And I just reveal, yeah, it's just feet in there. So, Crossheart definitely demonstrating its absolute power and taking game 1 very swiftly. Game 2, I'll go first, choking him on 1, playing the Searcher. Setting up the tie is good for him, getting an early memory tamer. Playing a Searcher for reducing the cost, and then playing a feat for 3. Grabbing my Searchers. And then putting him on the 3 because he is going to 3 with a tie, and Bubbles will put the Searcher underneath the Mother from the board. Get that fast hit in, removing my guy with Rush, putting the Digimon underneath the tie, and then fighting the Taiki. Really important there. Grabbing the X4 and putting the Shoutmon underneath, putting the rest to the bottom. Sparrowmon, that's his name, I just found it. Hard playing the Shoutmon, looking at top 3. He'll be able to add a Dorumon and then put the rest back. So, see what I can capitalize off my turn. Getting a Searcher underneath Mother. I really need to turbo out my plays in order to take advantage of his slower motions in this game. 2 X4s underneath the security. Not the best situation he wants them to be. Jerry looking at top 5, getting that Searcher underneath the D-Reaper again, underneath the Mother. Putting my Searcher count at 4. And then Searcher for 1. He's going to 3, so I might as well play a Bubbles or a Feet. There's a Bubbles, giving him 3, and then putting another Searcher underneath. 5 underneath now. This is really close in order to get into my Reaper or my Gatekeeper play. There's Akari playing the Dorumon, getting that free draw when the Doru is played, and when on play, Dorumon gets minus 3000 DP, removing the Bubbles. Hitting him with the Shout, playing a Gatekeeper to get the heal. Playing a King Shoutmon for 3 cost, passing turn on that, fetching back the X4. He must have been really needing that X4 to fetch it back from his security. Playing a Searcher, getting the free draw. Just trying to find my Gatekeeper now, my Reaper now. So now I've got 6 in the underneath Mother. This will turn on my Gatekeeper. And then Jerry effect will of course put the Gatekeeper underneath the Mother. Now I will have 7. And hitting in with my Gatekeeper, I am ready just to win this turn. So I'm preparing just my last hits in to keep my Reaper safe as possible. There's a Feat, spending the cheapening effect by the Mother. Might as well grab that Gatekeeper. And then I can find my Reaper. This will have plenty of attacks, easily hit out the rest of his security, just concerned about any removal he might have. And yep, I will wrap up that game too. Very nice. I think my opponent bricked pretty unfortunately. But we'll go on to game 3. Finding a Shoutmon, having a look at top 3, getting a Taiki and a Starmon, I believe. Getting that Searcher for the 1 cost, and then an early TK Kari is nice to put an end to his rush shenanigans, because I think he might want to hit into my security as fast as possible. He'll grab the Doru and the Sparrow, I think he just grabbed, tuck the rest back, promote my Mother, and then eat the Searcher. We're both on equal security right now, playing a Searcher for the free draw, and then Kari, putting him on 3, just a passive play to try to keep it slow, hitting in with the Shoutmon. TK Kari is definitely not the best hit for him, because I'll be going straight to 7 memory once he passes his turn. Zenji playing the blocker, and then of course Shoutmon putting me on 3 because of my Kari. Ballistamon, it is called. And then of course I'll go all the way back up to 7 because of my TK Kari. Eating the Searcher, decide not to punch with the Searcher because, well, you know, it's just, it wouldn't be good value. Here's Feet here, having a look at top 3, grabbing, oh, only grab one of those. I'll decide to grab the Bubbles, putting the rest back. I'll play that same Bubbles, putting the Searcher underneath, reducing the play cost of the Bubbles. And now we're getting pretty good sources underneath the Mother now. And here's Death X, perfectly timed to remove 3 Digimon here. But they do have the save mechanic, so they can easily put them right back underneath the Tamer to be used later. It was definitely a good precaution because those 3 Digimon could have hit into my security, and it would have been very dangerous with this Starmon being promoted. Here's a Reaper coming out of security, and he'll save the Starmon, playing the X4, putting a Ballista, Shoutmon, Doru, and Stars. He's got all 4 underneath the Taki, and then he'll suspend the Taki in order to be able to use the materials from underneath the Tamers, putting them all in the correct order: Shoutmon, Ballista, Doru, and Stars in that right order, and then he'll get that draw 2 for on play. He can swing with this. It's got Rush, of course. Deleting itself, putting the materials back underneath the Tamer, and then playing a King Shoutmon. King Shoutmon for 3 cost, tapping the tapping the Taiki to put the X5 on the board, putting, of course, 5 material underneath the Shoutmon, and of course, Shoutmon King has the ability to count as any cross heart name while it's on the board, so it will take the place of the Sparrowmon. You can swing with it because it has Rush, doing 2 checks, X anybody to gain the memory, and then the last check will be the Starmons. I might have just been able to luck out from that because if he was a way to do 1 more swing without wasting any memory, then he would have had that game. Shoutmon using its deletion effect. No. Yes. I might have missed something. Oh, the Death Xmon, of course. The Death Xmon will delete it, and then he will save the material through it. Yes. Feet, having a look at the top 3. I'm in a really good position here because I have three good swings with the Death X, Bubbles, and Feet. I just need to find my Reaper. But 2 of my Reapers were in security, and I do only run 3 Reapers, so it's going to be a hard time for me to find that last Reaper. Hitting him with my Death X. This is my first security check, and then Feet. And then revealing a Crimson Blaze, but of course none of my Digimon are below 6000 DP because of the inheritables from underneath Mother, getting them up to 7k. And then last check with Bubbles, revealing a Taiki. He's down to 2 security. If I can keep a good field presence and choke him potentially, then that would be the best move for me, playing a Bubbles. And then retreating, deciding to put the Death X back. Might have been a misplay, but my thought process was to, if I put something big in the bottom of my security, then the X4 or X5 would be deleted, and then he wouldn't have necessarily the materials in order to keep attacking. So I think it might have been better to put maybe a Bubbles on, or maybe save the retreat for the Gatekeeper. Who knows? Definitely something that I'll have to practice with for later. So there's the X4, deciding to attack the Feet, I believe. It's got piercing, but it won't be doing any checks because of the -1 security attack from the Gatekeeper. He'll delete it after battle and then put the sources back under the Zendura. Tapping the Taiki, putting the X5 on the board, reducing the cost by 8, so it's 2 cost, and then tap the Zenji again, the Zendura, for the memory gain. There's another Reaper, so yeah, there's 2 of my Reapers were in my security, so I just need to fetch the last one that is somewhere in my deck, could be in the very bottom. So very unfortunate for me that most of my Reapers were in my security, so it'd be hard for me to close out the game without my rush ability. There's a Doru and the Sunrise Buster doing minus 9k, and then playing a Yellow Tamer makes it minus 12 to my Gatekeeper, and playing the free Doru, getting that draw, and Doru effect minus 3k to a guy. That wiped my entire board. I had like 6 Digimon on board, and now I'm just left with the Mother. Oh, absolutely nuts, the fact that Crossheart is able to do all this. Jerry effect, having a look at top 5, there is the Reaper that I need, but it is unfortunately going to the bottom of the deck. And that is just when I have 5 sources of searches underneath the mother. So I'm just gonna play down a Gatekeeper and heal, and then regain memory with the Kari after I heal. Playing a Starmon to do minus 4k to one of the doors and remove it. And I'm able to threaten lethal again, but if he comes back with more Sunrise Busters, it's going to be a big issue for me. Because it's hard for me to keep guys on board. My guys on board are generally more expensive than his. Then Zendura playing the Ballistamon, tapping it to heal back, gain back 2 memory, and then getting the draw 2 off the Akari. Absolutely ridiculous how much resources Crossheart can gain just from the longer game, because they get so many tamers, gaining back memory, getting free draws, be able to search out your deck just from these draws. It's really nutty. Going for another X cross 4 play here. This one has rush, but it does have the -1 security attack with the gate. So swinging in, he's just doing this in order to delete it by its own effect, putting the materials back under, and then getting the unsuspended effect. This was a really smart play by my opponent, going for the Zenduri unsuspending, because he has multiple Taikis to work with. This is just so he has the right amount of memory. So you can go for the X5 to gain back 1 memory with the Zenji. Swinging in, this will do 1 check. Fighting a Spiral Masquerade to remove the Doru to do -9, -6, -9k, yeah. Fighting a Ballistamon being played, and then here is another Sunrise Buster, doing -16k, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, -15k to remove the Gatekeeper. I'll just get my draw with the Searcher here and slam down my second Death Xmon. At this point, it's absolutely free, considering he's got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 Tamers and then 2 Digimon. That's 10. Yeah, it's free. But I've got nothing much else to work with. I'll swing in with my Starmons, it'll be removed, and I will just pass turn with that, because I have very little cards in my hand that I can actually work with. My opponent, so many Tamers. He'll get this hatch. Tapping the Taiki, doing another cross play. Here is Sharpmon X4. How many of them does he have? He must have a really low deck count at this point after drawing so many cards. And tapping the Zenjis to gain back 3 memory and drawing 3 cards. And drawing 2 more with the Sharpmon. I think he's only got 3 cards left in deck. Absolutely nuts. Hitting him with a rush, finding the Death X that I put there a while ago. Yeah, I think it was a misplay putting back the Death X. Definitely could have went with the feet. And then here is X5. This is potentially free. And I have no -1 security attacks, no more Gatekeepers. Here is Starmons and then Sparrowmon and hitting him for game. Ooh, that was a really long drawn out match, but I think it showed the best of both of our decks. If you like that one, guys, I got plenty of BT10 already in the pipeline for this week. Subscribe to check them out later, and I'll see you next time.